Hello, beautiful people. Listen, Daruma. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to be checking this video together. Let's check it out.
Blinken you'd have missed them, and frankly, I wish I had blinked. Halfway Harry and Meghan Markle touched down in Germany today after a whistle-stop tour of the UK, which they didn't find time to meet any of their family, who all hate them because they hate them. They did meet a lot of strangers, of course, and Meghan was supposed to be lecturing young people about equality, which is her favourite subject from her Californian mansion. But instead, she stuck to her specialist subject, the one she currently really loves, which is talking about herself.
I'm so grateful to be in your company today. I was first invited to be a counselor at One Young World. I was probably a lot like each of you. How am I here? And there I was the girl from Suits. And I was surrounded by world leaders. I was so overwhelmed by this experience. I think I even saved my little paper place card. Proof that I was there, I belonged. I was so nervous. I doubted myself, and I wondered if I was good enough to even be there, if what I was doing in the world, albeit important and meaningful as far as I saw it, was it deserving? One Young World saw in me, just as I see in you. My life had changed rather significantly, and I was now a mom. And I would ask, what is this world he would come to adopt? And what can we do? What can I do to make it better?
I don't know. What could you do to make it better? You're just so special. And how did you get to sit at the top table with all the world leaders, Meghan? Oh, could it be because you married a British prince and then dragged him out of his country off to your California mansion to fleece your royal titles? Anyway, 54 times she mentioned herself in a 7-minute speech. Even I haven't done that in a speech. That gives you some idea of the scale of the Netflix narcissist. My question really is, how can they be allowed to do this? To run around like a rival royal family, including in this country, a country they've been trashing, with a monarchy they've been trashing, with a royal family they've been trashing. Why do we let this happen? I want to go to New York Post columnist Maureen Canterbury, waiting very patiently. Maureen, welcome to the show. Great to have you on. You wrote a absolute...
Thank you for having me.
You wrote one of the all-time great tub-thumping, excoriating pieces about this last week, which I read on holiday.
Kind.
I thought even I couldn't have written one quite as savage. So congratulations. But tell me, what is it? Because there's been this kind of mythology that in America they all love Meghan Markle and are proud of her for coming over here and stealing Harry and so on. What is the reality?
This is a common misconception that the Brits have. I understand why, and I can promise you nothing could be further from the truth. Even, you know, that profile that columned on ran in New York Magazine, and it attracted hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments immediately. Now, that is a self-selecting group of woke, leftist, self-identified social justice warriors, and they were piling on Meghan as a liar, as an insufferable narcissist, as completely inauthentic, as who does she think she is? She married into this family. All she does is trash them. She's a hypocrite. She's trying to monetize her own children off the backs of the royal family, the ailing queen. So that piece, you know, it's not the first time I've written about Meghan. It certainly won't be the last, but that piece really hit a nerve.
I mean, the problem, Maureen, is as a country, the United States has now sent 2 women to our royal family, Wallis Simpson and Meghan Markle. The first one led to an abdication,
We didn't
and the
send
second
her,
one might be
Piers.
leading to the end of the monarchy.
You guys took her.
Everything they do is about themselves. Do people need reminder? Obviously. It is about themselves. It's about them. Nothing to help people. Nothing to sort of relate with people. No relationship was sort of just about herself. Selfish interest. And fun fact is people can see through it. And it's a good thing people are waking up to the reality of it. What do you think?
We need better quality American women.
Well, I think you need to sharpen your BS detector a bit, because she apparently the royals themselves caught on pretty quickly that she was not everything she appeared to be.
Well, I caught on pretty quickly. Unfortunately, I then got removed from the job that I had at the time for disbelieving her nonsense to Oprah Winfrey. What's quite interesting is the more she talks, the more people realise she is fork-tongued. Grace Bakley, can you defend this woke warrior? Is she the epitome of equality? Is she the standard bearer?
Piers, you know how I feel about this. I just don't care. Like, you know, I find it when people like Meghan Markle are held up as you say, the standard bearers of feminism and, you know, social justice, ridiculous, because she is obviously so far removed from the concerns and troubles of the vast majority of women, and this idea that we have now among, you know, certain parts of the liberal, by the way, not left or socialist, liberal elements of politics, is that, you know, we need, you know, rich women to like lean in and give inspirational speeches and kind of show everyone else how to be. But ultimately, it's just the same part of this like weird cult of celebrity that distracts people from the real issues that are affecting their lives. And
I couldn't agree
I'm
more.
a Republican. I don't care.
I couldn't agree more. Richard?
I thought she'd left the United Kingdom for privacy and to get away from the royal family, so she didn't have to go to those sort of charity events that she went to last night. But now she's back talking about herself. And you're thinking, well, hang on, so are you staging a comeback? As you say, is it a rival sort of royal gig? What is going on?
And what is going, honestly, what's going on with Harry here? I was told on good authority yesterday that Charles in particular is unbelievably hurt by what is going on with his son and daughter-in-law. He doesn't understand what he's done wrong. Remember, he walked her down the aisle. Douglas, let me bring you back in here on this. You know, there's lots of plays going on here, aren't they, with the Sussexes? But the one I can't get away from, they keep trashing the very institution that gave them these titles that make them their millions.
Their money.
There is the ultimate hypocrisy right there, and it's a running sore.
Well, the royal family is clearly just a leg up for Meghan Markle, who believes that her position as a duchess now allows her to inspire us common folk with her amazing wisdom. Unfortunately, as we just saw again from that speech, her wisdom is from the school of Hallmark cardsism. It's all sort of sub-Obama, pseudo-inspiring stuff about how you can be the person you meant to be for the being that you could be, and everyone else can be like you.
Oh, it's all total flannel, isn't it? It's total flannel. It's total flannel. None of it ever makes any sense. I say you mostly see this sort of thing in Hallmark cards philosophy. It's all about you being your true self and all of this sort of thing. I don't think that, I mean, I've never heard somebody with more of a tin ear than Meghan Markle. Most people know the reason she's on the platform is because she married a prince. Of course.
That's it. Otherwise, she'd still
by the way,
be in
I think
season 24 of Suits.
Exactly.
Minor roles.
And when she sits and goes, little old me from Suits, and look at me now with all the world leaders. Why do you think you got there?
Exactly.
Honestly, Princess Pinocchio, I think the Queen should strip the titles. I think we're just done with it.
Or we should just get rid of all the titles and get rid of the monarchy and become a republic.
The greatest assets. It's one of the greatest assets.
The royal family is mired in scandal, and Meghan Markle is, you know, by far the least of their problems at the moment, I think, as we all know.
Well, I certainly wouldn't equate what they've done with what Andrew did, so I agree with you about that. But the damage to the monarchy is what worries me.
Correct. Because
the Queen is in very ill health. We know that. She's elderly. She's 96. She's not going to be here for a lot longer. We know this. What happens next is hugely important.
The monarchy is one of the greatest foundation assets that this country has. We should be very proud of it. And, you know, this is catastrophic for the royal family, and they've got to deal with it. They've got to cauterize the wound, frankly.
I completely don't support people who say the monarchy or put an end to the monarchy, because it is what makes Britain unique, regardless of how anybody want to say it. Because obviously, do you think people would be calling Meghan or inviting Meghan to shows if she did not marry the prince? Because they also want to feel the taste of what it looks like to meet somebody who got married into the royal family, not just any kind of royal family, a well-known royal family. So they want that taste. A member of the royal family was invited to the show and all of that, because publicity and all of that, that is the reason why. freaking cares? Who freaking cares? The only reason she has a seat on the table is because she's married to a prince. She finally met Prince Charming. That is the reason why. Do you think people really want to listen to what she's got to say? That's interesting. Or like for her to be a role model with everything that is ongoing or she's done so far. A role model. Well, if she's a role model to some people meeting the prince, and so far, out of all of the problems that you have in this world, you already know you're number one from where you're taking your lecture from and where you are collecting your mentorship from. But again, we can see that obviously this is a selfish human being. Selfish, and it's all about her. Not about others. It's just about her. The spotlight on her. Well, let me know what you think. I'm sure tons of people have interesting things to share. I would really love to share that. Can share the useful information I think might be really helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and all of that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.